Getting set for the restart. You want to see close. Steve Park goes for a spin, and we'll show you close.
Boy, Dale Jr. just does an incredible job of just not panicking. Don't panic. Drive right through it.
From Dale Jarrett's on board.
And he's saying, Dale Jr., hold your line, hold your line.
Several cars made pit stops. Matt?
And Mike, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was one of the cars that made a pit stop. Jr. was a little concerned that he might have flat spotted his tires trying to get out of the binders, not to hit Park. So they just made the stop, and they're good to go.
Mark Martin is the new leader. Won the race back to the caution flag, so he and Kenseth start side by side.
All of our restarts in the Winston are double file restarts. Just like the start of the race.
Right, none of this lap cars to the inside.
No, and it'll be better because that initial start spread the field out.
Kenseth did not get a good start. Mark Martin did.
Seems like guys on the outside can't get going. Look who's in the mirror now.
Jeff Gordon came right with him.
2 by 2 behind him, though. Kevin Harvick back there in that 29 car.
Well, they're going into turn 3. Wow. Hold on to it, boys.
Dick Berggren.
Radio contact from Mark Martin to his crew. Water temperature up to 220. Mark's not worried. Says that motor likes to run a little bit hot. Delighted with the way the car is running. It's just a tad tight. He doesn't want to change anything. He shouldn't. He's leading.
These guys, they'll run as much tape as they can possibly stand on the front of that thing. Helps the drag, helps the front downforce. It'll run a little cooler out there in front with no traffic in front of it. Need to document Bobby Hamilton, Mike Wallace, Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Steve Park.
48 car just stopped over there in turn 2. About caused a big wreck. I don't know what happened to him. May have cut a tire down.
Right rear. One out of the right rear. Pit, pit, pit. Road speed 36.
Well, he'll get to make his pit stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and get 4 tires. He'll have that behind him now.
So he's not out of this race.
No, but having a limp to pit road is certainly hurting.
Right.
45 miles an hour all the way down pit road, entering and leaving.
But this is when the crew's got to stay on him now. Don't get down. We still got a chance. Everybody's got to make a stop. We make ours now.
And that's going to be one critical thing, too, Darrell, is making sure these drivers, you don't get caught speeding. NASCAR told me they would be watching that really close.
Transfer spot back at 20th place.
On pit road now, and I don't know if this is scheduled or not, but Matt, do you know?
DW flat left front on Jimmy Johnson's car. They made a wedge adjustment. His car was loose. He didn't want to pit under that last caution, 14.5. Didn't want to give it the track position, felt he could hang on to it.
And Jimmy Johnson is just leaving pit road. Leaders are coming off turn 4 like we talked about. A little over a lap and a half down, making those green flag stops. Bill Elliott's just now leaving his pit box.
As his teammate, Jeremy Mayfield, winner of the Winston Open, comes onto pit road. Here's the battle for the transfer spot. Ward Burton has it. Bobby Hamilton looking, and Ward drives right under Dale Jarrett. 20 advance, 7 go home from this segment.
And for the folks at home, I know we always show the leader a lot, but to me, this is the race here.
Yeah.
This is it.
We had a lead change. We didn't even know it because we were watching them transfer.
Jeremy Mayfield, his group completes his 4-tire stop. He'll be headed back out. He's going to be, once again, about a lap and a half down. But no worry, everybody has to make that green flag stop.
It looks like the 9 and the 19 were on the same strategy. They came in a lap apart. I don't see anything wrong with coming in now, getting yourself out of that wad of cars.
Oh, trouble back straight away into turn 3. Marlin goes for a wild ride.
Here comes a couple of more.
Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett, an 88 car.
Bobby Hamilton.
What I see is a lot of these cars are cars that pitted and they were back in the back of the pack. Pitted on that last caution.
All right, Sterling moving around in the car.
The car is taking a hard lick.
Dale Jarrett, okay. Rescue workers coming to his aid. Pit road is closed. Bobby Hamilton going to get close to the garage, but not there. Let's see what happened going down the backstretch toward turn 3.
Here's Sterling.
Sterling's waving.
Got his hand out the window.
He's got a problem of some kind. He was
Ward,
trying to let him know.
Ward Burton just got into the back of him. He couldn't. Here comes Dale Jarrett.
Nowhere for Bobby
55.
Hamilton to go into 55.
Rusty got into the back of DJ.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car down on the apron, he escapes another.
I'm telling you. There goes Park.
Darrell, when it happens that fast, what can you do?
Not a whole lot you can do, but obviously Sterling had a problem. We see his hand out the window. Ooh. You got to remember something, folks. They're doing over 180 mile an hour. That's a hard lick. They're doing 180 mile an hour down that back straightaway. When something like that happens, you just hang on.
You have so little time to react.
It's got to be, watch Sterling right here. Here he comes. Look, he got his hand out the window. See it right there? And he tries to get down out of the way, and Ward goes with him.
But you know, Darrell, he was waving to the left, and I think Ward thought, go to the left, and Sterling was saying, I'm going down.
No. That's, drivers don't do that. When he's pointing that way, he's going that way.
But that's appeared what Ward saw.
I think Ward had a run on him, and he just didn't see his hand out the window.
When Sterling first started to slow, he was kind of up high. Ward tried to drop under him. Sterling went that way.
I think Ward was kind of to the right of Sterling, and so when he started to move, they moved at the same time.
Yes.
And Ward never saw his hand out the window.
Darrell, if you look, when he comes down here, he's waving outside with his left hand. Then he comes back to the steering wheel, and you see his right hand waving at the last second. I'm just wondering if that confused Ward.
I just don't think Ward ever saw him. I think that Ward was faded. He was just to the right of Sterling, and when he started to go, he went at the same time.
From Dale Jarrett, looking back, you're about to see Rusty very large. Wow. Looks like we bought another camera.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You know, Dale Jarrett's going to get to where he doesn't like Charlotte. It's been hard on him.
That's actually the same car that he wrecked qualifying when he wrecked over there in turn 3 and 4
Really?
years ago. It's the first time they've run that car since then.
He's got the third turn blues.
An accident that was nobody's fault. Takes 4 skilled veteran drivers right out of the Winston. A devastating 4-car crash in this first segment of Stock Car Racing's All-Star Race, the Winston. Sterling Marlin had a problem. Bobby Hamilton, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace are all involved and out of the race. So we are under caution here in segment 1 with Mark Martin leading Jeff Gordon and Matt Kenseth, the pole sitter. Let's get down to Chris Myers.
All right, Michael, 4 times the current points leader coming into this race, won this All-Star event. Of course, it's not a points race, as we've talked about all evening. Jeff Hammond, Mike made the observation before that these are headlined experienced drivers in Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett, Sterling Marlin, Bobby Hamilton. So it certainly affects the kind of racing we're going to see the rest of the night.
It will affect it some, but let's go back and talk about what happened coming down the back straightaway. From where we were viewing this right here, we noticed that Sterling Marlin coming down the back straightaway sticks his hand out the passenger side. You see him right there waving. Keep watching, and all of a sudden the hand will go back inside, and you'll see his hand come back up. The right hand, right about now, it comes up and starts waving right there.
Yes.
He had a problem of some sort, and he was trying to let Ward Burton know what was going on, but it was too late. Ward clipped him. This triggered the accident. So something really bad had happened inside that car, and Sterling was trying to get everybody's attention, but it didn't work. And
Ricky Rudd, a terrific job of getting around that activity. Also, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Let's go down to Matt Yoakum for more. Matt?
Well, Dale Jarrett has walked out of the infield care center. You look good. I know you're disappointed, though. What happened?
That's a good question. I don't know. Something happened in front of me. I think Sterling might have said he got turned around there. And, on the straightaway, in the corners is one thing. But everybody's in a hurry. That's what this race is about. And I got on the brakes when I saw the smoke. And I got drilled from behind, and that spun me, and then I got hit. So, just a Winston.
Seems like this car just does not like racing at Charlotte at night. It crashed here last May.
Yeah. It probably won't crash anymore for sure. But see if we can come back next week and do a lot better.
Chris?
All right, that's Dale Jarrett, of course.
yeah,
Jeff?
and you can see right there, that's what he say, this is what they call the Winston. It's a situation where when you come here, a lot of times you don't expect to bring a race car back. Even though you bring maybe a brand new race car, it's worth the effort to try to win all that money.
It's, again, amazing with all the sparks flying at night and the debris that the drivers walk away not injured. And Dale Jarrett certainly can have a smile on his face. And for the second time tonight,
Right.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., who talked about driving with guts in the
In-car shot right there. He sees the smoke, heads for the apron right there, avoids another one.
There you go, you're past it.
And you hear his spotter right there telling him he's clear, and they'll pick it back up.
All right, let's go down. You talked about the signaling of the hand motions from Sterling Marlin, what led to this four-car crash. Let's go down to Matt Yoakum, who's standing by. I've got an explanation. He's with Sterling Marlin. Matt?
And Chris, I have caught up with Sterling. Sterling, what happened? Were you trying to get down to the inside?
We're just going to pit, normal deal, and had my hand out, I was waving and still in the gas, and Ward just took us in the rear, turned his head on in the fence. So one of them racing deals, I guess.
Thanks, Matt. And there's a look at Ward Burton, the Daytona 500 winner. If we reflect back to the Daytona,
Right.
I think there was a little incident, if we recall, in which
Well,
Ward Burton
I don't
ended up
think it
winning.
had anything to do with that right there. Again, this format is a little bit different than what we're used to seeing, where the guys are trying to make these green flag stops, and some strategies come into play. And I think that's probably what has happened here. We thought he had a problem, but hey, he was trying to get to pit road to perform that service so he could get back out there and have an opportunity to win this thing.
Wreckers, checkers.
That's
I think
exactly right.
Part of the strategy. Let's go back up to the broadcast booth with Mike Joy, Darrell Waltrip, and Larry McMounts.
Okay, I see what happened as we look at a replay of this thing. Now that we've talked to Sterling, if you'll look back here, he's pointing. See, he's got a finger. I'm wanting to go down on the inside. Let me down to the inside. Now he gets his hand in there and starts waving. Says, I'm going to pit. I'm going to pit. And he got ran over from behind.
But I still, Darrell, that finger pointing to the inside, I still could possibly see where Ward Burton was maybe thinking he wants him to go to the inside. I mean, I could see where it could be very confusing.
Larry, let me give you one more possibility. Ward was on the outside of Sterling when he had his hand out the left window. I don't think Ward could see that.
He was definitely not right behind him.
No.
He was favoring the right-hand side.
Don't think he could see that. Jimmy Johnson is going to pit again. He pitted during the prior caution.
And Jeremy Mayfield in the 19 car, he pitted about a lap or so as well. Now, they're losing track position, but I still believe this is and Darrell, you and I were talking about it, I think this is a break for Bill Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, and Jeremy Mayfield. They went a lap and a half down, making their green flag stop. They've made that half a lap up now with this caution. These other 20 cars still have to make their pit stop, but I believe we'll see them there just as soon as they take the green flag when they come back around.
Good news, bad news. Everybody says, great time to pit, and everybody's going to pit together, and that's going to put a mess on pit road, which you didn't want.
You want to be an all-star stock car driver? Watch carefully. This is a tough business.